Wait, are you recording? Oh. So we have to watch them. I'm gonna hold up so well with good conversation like that. That's not pointed at anything.
All right, who's here for a party tonight? All right, we got a party. I see balloons over there. Thank you. It's not my birthday, but I'll take that too. Oh, it's your birthday. Awesome. Well, my name is Rick Larkin. I'm the host for tonight. And what's your name?
I'm Tamara.
Tamara?
Yep.
All right. How old are you? 21, right?
Yep.
Let's wish Tamara a happy 21st birthday. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Happy birthday. So, as I said, my name is Rick Larkin. I'm the host for the show tonight. This is being brought to you by Comedy Masters, or Joke Masters Comedy. So if you got your ticket online, you might already know about it. If not, go to jokemasterscomedy.com. There's tons of shows in this local area. You're going to see a lot of great comics, so please check that out. Let's give it up for the staff over here and the owner of the bar. Let's give it up for 2 Bottles. Please, please, please make sure to tip your wait staff. Tip them appropriately. They're out here working hard for y'all. And as this is a very intimate comedy show, I'm going to ask you guys just do your best to pay attention. Keep the table talk down, please. We do, everybody here purchased a ticket and you came here to have a good time. So if you could please keep your table talk down. Oh, I almost got attention, almost. We got it. Yes, thank you. Okay. All right. So we're here to have a good time. And I like to start off the comedy shows with just an analogy of what a comedy to me is. Comedy is an art. And I like to compare it, if you go on a field trip to a museum, you know, back in the day when we're kids, we'd go to the museum and we'd go check out this art. And some of that art was boring as heck, right? But what we did not do when we were on that trip, we did not leave our seats and approach the stage or the piece of art and try to rip it down, right? We let the art be. We observed, and if we didn't like it, we waited till the next exhibit, right? So we got lots of exhibits going on tonight. There was some news that Will Smith got away with slapping a comedian, right? We got that. It happened again with Chappelle, and y'all saw what happened to him, right? He got an ass beaten for 2. As far as I'm concerned, that guy needs to send his medical bills to Will Smith because he got an ass beating for 2. So we're not going to beat no asses tonight, but please just keep your seat and enjoy. We got comedians that have been working really hard on their material. They're going to be giving their best just like I am tonight. We just want you guys to have a good time, okay? Can I get an amen to that? Amen. All right. So who came here to get drunk tonight? Who came here to laugh? All right. Okay. So we got more of the laughter. I like it. But you can get drunk too. That's going to help out the house, okay, guys? Now, I come from Everett, Washington, and I'm looking around. I don't think anybody's in here from Everett, are there?
No.
I don't see anybody with missing teeth. I'm seeing y'all got all your sets of teeth, right? Everett's kind of a trippy spot. Like, you guys look great. Olympia looks really good, and I appreciate that. In Everett, around everywhere, there was that thing, Pokemon Go, that everybody was doing. In Everett, we have Tweaker Go. Because everywhere I go, there's a fucking tweaker around the block, right? So I feel a lot safer right here. I don't have to watch my belongings. We're going to be okay tonight. One thing I love about performing in Olympia is as soon as I get here, I'm like, oh, I made it through Tacoma okay. Like, Olympia's welcome sign should be just changed to, you made it. At least the southbound. The northbound one, they can be like, stop, don't go any further. Because when I drive from Everett to Olympia, I got to go through Tacoma. And as I said, Everett's kind of anybody been to Everett? Spend time? Yeah, it's kind of sketchy, right? There's some different stuff that happens in Everett. And they have a sign that says, welcome to beautiful Everett. Bullshit. Welcome to beautiful Everett. We're shooting high on that one. But what I appreciate about Tacoma is they're very honest and they're upfront and they're in your face about a lot of things. And their welcome sign is no different. Instead of a welcome sign saying, hey, welcome to beautiful Tacoma, they have a big ass neon sign that says, Jesus cares about you. Because when you come to Tacoma, you need Jesus with you. You better be up on your prayers, otherwise you may not be coming home, right? Why else they put a military base right next door to the damn thing, okay? So me being here tonight means I made it through Tacoma. I'm here in Olympia. We got these amazing comics, so we're gonna have fun, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. As the host, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about, just kind of settling down on it. But I'm gonna give some comedy to get the room settled down. So I'm gonna tell you about myself. I grew up poor, and I don't say that to start a competition in the room because clap if you grew up poor. We could be up here measuring sticks about how poor we grew up. I grew up suburban poor, though. I grew up suburban poor. It's kind of like KFC poor. And when I say that, someone gets hungry for chicken, and I'm not talking about Colonel Sanders. I'm talking about Kmart, food stamps, and Costco envy. So some people laugh. You relate to that, right? Costco envy is a weird one, but Costco envy is like all the kids in my neighborhood had Costco stuff. They had bagel pizzas. They had all these treats that I didn't. The only thing in bulk that I had was powdered milk and government cheese. And powdered milk, I'd rather snort it than mix it with water. That stuff is disgusting, right? Nowadays, I actually have a Costco card, and I only have it just to know that I'm more, well off than when I grew up. I don't even use the damn thing. It's like I look at it, and it's a symbol of status for me. I also grew up on food stamps. And most folks kind of nod their head like they think they know what I'm talking about. But what they're thinking of is that undercover broke-ass card called an EBT card. That's the card you get to go in the store and swipe it and be like, yeah, it's a Visa. Because they can't see it. I grew up on food stamps, which is government monopoly money that would come in these little books, right? I'd have to go to the store and rip it out. I'd give them a 20 and hope to get some change to buy some candy, and they'd give me 5s and 1s back in monopoly money. That shit, you could not hide being a broke ass when I grew up. And the last thing was that I grew up on Kmart poor. And that, not too many people. Anybody know about Kmart? A couple people, right? Half the room's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, we're talking about, if you don't know what it is, if you take Walmart and the dollar store, and they had a birth defect baby, that's kind of what Kmart was back in the day. The folks that remember Kmart, what do y'all remember from it? Blue light special, anything else? The icy machine, yes, that's what I was hoping for. So we got blue light special, we got the icy machine. My mama would take me one time a year. It was one time a year I could go to Kmart, and I could pick anything. I thought it was Christmas, but it was July. It's Christmas in July. I'm like, holy shit, I get to pick anything. So I'd pick out birthday presents, Christmas. I'd pick out my outfits for school, my supplies. I'd put it in the cart, and we would walk our way. We're gonna leave, and I'd ask for an icy. Remember how much those things cost? $1.09. She'd say no. And I'd look at this card like, what? It's $1, and that's like $600-700? It don't make sense, right? Until the lady walked up from behind and said, sorry, son, you're Kmart layaway poor. Y'all remember layaway? Layaway? That little paper they give you that says you own all that stuff if you eventually pay for it? In other words, it's not coming home with you tonight. It goes to the back of the store, and you're not going to pay all of it off. That's kind of the reason why I quit high school, is because I ended up walking up in MC Hammer pants, outdated, and a JoJo Siwa t-shirt that belonged to my little sister. I can't lie to you. I didn't quit high school. They fired me. You guys know how that goes, right? It's kind of like when Will Smith quit the academy because he was about to get, it sounds good. He quit, right? So that's kind of how I grew up. And part of that reason is because I grew up with a single mom. And there's a couple things I learned growing up with a single mom. I had a younger brother and sister. And the first thing is that if you're a single mom, you like to get out there and have some action. Any single moms out here?
We're here.
You like the action? She says back then. If the single moms weren't allowed on those dating apps, there'd be nobody on the damn thing. And I say that in relation to my mom, which is kind of not appropriate, but that's one thing. The other thing is, you can probably guess this. What's the second best thing that a single mom knows how to do?
Cook mac and cheese.
Oh, cook mac and cheese. Anybody else got a guess? How about whooping their kids' ass?
Oh yeah, that's it.
How about whooping their kids' butts? Anybody had the soap in the mouth?
Oh yeah.
My mom would hunt. She had ears. I would say a swear word in the back room, and somehow she would hear that, and she would march in there and drag my ass to the bathroom. And she'd take the soap and make me bite it. Now, the first time I bit it, I had to clean it out, and I thought, well, next time this happens, I'm going to do something different. So I pretended like I was a cute girl on a sketchy first date. I kept my mouth shut, my teeth grit, so nothing would go in it, right? Except she would scrape that stuff in my teeth, and I'd have to pick it out. And my mom was a little bit of a thug because she spent extra money and she got that Irish Spring soap to get that perfume taste. She spent the extra money to make the perfume taste. So I'd end up walking out of there by the time I get out, and she'd look at me and say, "Top of the morning to you, sonny boy." She wasn't Irish. She wasn't fucking Irish, guys. Oh my God, horrible. Another thing she had on her list was the switch. Any switch veterans? I mean, child abuse survivors. Switch was when you'd have to grab a branch off the tree and get your ass whooped with it, but you'd have to pick it. And I'd pick that skinny one, thinking it was the smallest, and that was the exact opposite, right? And then my mom graduated from that to the wooden spoon. Any veterans? Wooden spoon veterans? Yes, there we go. Picking those splinters out, right, sir? You got to pick those splinters out because those things break. They break, man. By the end of this story, you're going to realize I was not a very good kid because I'm talking a lot about how my mom beat my ass. She did a great job, though, but she beat my ass. She actually got sick of the wood spoons, and the scariest time with my brother and sister and myself was when she called up the Tupperware lady, Sally. We were like, oh shit, mom's re-upping. What's gonna happen? And so I'd sit there and I'd listen, and she would sit there and describe to this Tupperware lady how her wood spoons keep breaking when she's cooking. And she needs to get something more durable for her cooking needs. You're not cooking with those spoons. She'd actually get the ones with the slats in it. So when she whooped my ass, I'd have little like marks there. And if I moved too much, my ass would be trending on Twitter because I'd have hash marks on that thing. You can play tic-tac-toe on my butt with that thing, right? Crazy, crazy. So I tell you that because I got a 9-year-old son, and if you look at me, I've got tattoos of my kids' feet on me, and it's proof they walk all over me. I got a 9 and a 12-year-old. And my 9-year-old was acting a fool the other day, and I went retro. I went back and I said, you know what? I'm gonna take some of the old school parenting methods that I'm gonna try it. And hopefully I won't get CPS called on my ass, but I'm gonna try it. So I looked at my 9-year-old, I said, hey bud, I need you to go grab a switch. And he ran. And I'm like, how is he doesn't even, I don't know how does he know? Is he trying to be good? Is he trying to run from the beat? And I turn around, and by the time I turn back around, he walks up with his Nintendo. His Nintendo fucking Switch. I'm like, kid, you did not understand what I was saying. So he got his ass beat with a Nintendo Switch, and it hurt a lot more than a wooden Switch. And it broke the screen, so now he's grounded. It was like 2 for 1. So any parents need, no, don't follow those advice. All right, guys, don't follow that. Now, are you guys okay with a little like edgy, dirty joke, or should I keep it clean? Well, how's the crowd feel? I don't want to offend anybody. Y'all here to laugh? Okay. So I'm gonna tell you a little story about my girlfriend and I. We were messing around, and she went out and surprised me. She went to the Lover's Package and got me a surprise, and she didn't want me to see it. She didn't tell me what she was getting. And I got home, I opened up the present. Oh, I know, I got a shush from somewhere back here. That's awesome. You want to hear what I have to say? I appreciate that. All right, so I get home and I open up this box, and what is inside? What? Furry handcuffs. I don't know if this has happened to anybody else. There were furry handcuffs. And I had to break it down to where that I've been arrested before, so furry handcuffs don't turn me on. When your freedom's been taken away with handcuffs involuntarily, I don't want voluntary freedom taken away. I said, no, I can't do this. And she looked kind of sad. And I said, it's okay though, because I got out after 24 hours and I was only arrested once. So rape fantasies and booty stuff are still on the table. And she's like, okay. And I told her when we first met, I said, I like the type of sex where I got to brush my teeth twice after it. And it made sense. She's like, oh, the booty stuff. I got it, right? So she ends up, we talked about that. I tell my friend this story, and he goes, bro, you're being racist. And I said, wait. I'm being racist telling you about my sex, like what we were going to do in the bedroom, right? And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, it turns out he's black, right? And I'm like, okay, well, how am I being racist talking about furry handcuffs? He said, well, when the police come, they don't use handcuffs on us. And I was like, oh, shit, that's really true and harsh. And then he whispered in my ear, can I borrow those handcuffs tonight? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you can take those handcuffs tonight. My girl now, because we kind of got through that, we're learning each other's kinks and not to be ashamed. When you love someone, you do things kind of out of the norm and out of the comfort zone to try to care for that person and take chances. So she started prepping for me when we started getting ready, and I'll tell it to you because I'm almost done, guys, but it tripped me out. We got in the bedroom, we're getting it on, And she walks over to her bedside and she opens up the drawer and she pulls out some Tic Tacs. And I looked at her, I'm like, what is going on? She takes a Tic Tac, she bends over and she pops it in the bag. And I'm like, wait, what? She goes, honey, you only have to brush your teeth once now. I'm like, oh, okay, she's smart, she knows what's going on. So then if I told her, I said, if you're gonna take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. So I went over and I grabbed the other side of Tic Tacs because now I'm gonna do the same thing, right? So I grab them, take it, and I popped it in, and it was cinnamon fire, guys. That was a bad idea. All right, guys, so that's my dirty stuff where you guys did great with it. Give yourself a round of applause, okay? Now, we got a feature comic coming up here. He's going to give you about 25 minutes. This guy's been up and down I-5. He's a local guy doing local comedy scene. Really freaking hilarious. Let's give it up for Mike Hansen.